Do you want to know the number one mistake that many teachers make when coming back from winter break or really just any extended break? If you're a middle school math teacher wanting a smooth transition when coming back from winter break or any break, stick around because I'm spilling the secrets on the number one thing you should be doing. If you're new around here, my name is Kathy Martin, and I'm the creator of the Pre-Algebra Teachers Middle School Math membership. I help 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and Algebra 1 teachers experience more aha moments in the classroom, all while saving time and money with their lesson planning and resources. So, what is the number one tip, the number one mistake that teachers are making after coming back from a an extended break or winter break? There's actually not just one. There's actually three. Are you ready? Okay, number one, in no particular order. Number one, the first mistake, I should say, is not taking time to check in with your students on how their break went. Not about where they went or what they did, but I'm talking about their mental health. How are they doing? Some kids have great, stable home lives. Everything is great, you know? I mean, let's use winter break specifically, like the holidays, right? Some students have super solid, stable, supportive home lives. So they had holiday gifts, they had their family traditions, whatever, right? But then you have kids who maybe don't have such a luxury. How are they doing? So I never ask my students, what did you do? Where did you go? Right? Because some students might not have done anything except stayed home or wherever they are, right? They didn't go anywhere, they didn't do anything. I usually like to have I usually ask my students, how do you feel about being back at school? How are you feeling? Are you excited to be back? Do you wish you could be back on winter break? Were you able to rest during winter break? More things around mental health. And if they want to share, you know, anything in particular that they did over winter break, whether or not they saw friends, family, whether or not they went on vacation or got gifts, great. But you're starting off the conversation around mental health, and then that kind of opens the door to whatever it is they want to share. But we're not emphasizing what they did, what gifts they got, where they went, because it's not always the same for everybody. Mistake number two is after an extended break, after winter break, kids come back, it's the first day, and we forget to reestablish our rules and routines. Students who have not been in your classroom after a week to 2 weeks, they're gonna need time to adjust, right? So I always start my classroom day off with a bell ringer. So when kids are coming in after the first day, after break, I always say out loud, get your paper out, let's start the bell ringer, start the bell ringer, even though they should know, right? Because this is what we've been doing for the last 3 months every day. They need time to get readjusted, to get back in the swing of things, to get back into their school routine. And then mistake number three that I see all the time is teachers don't take the time to rebuild the classroom community. Just like what you probably did in those first few weeks of school, you took time to get to know each other, you took time to create the safe space. I see so many times that teachers just jump right into it. They don't take the time to rebuild the community. You don't need to do exactly what you did at the beginning of the year, but you still need to take time to connect with kids, allow the kids to connect with each other. Whether that just means like, hey, turn to your neighbor and say hi to them and let them know like, hey, I'm so glad you're here. Like, hey, did you do anything fun over your break? How do you feel? Ask your neighbor how they feel with coming back to school. Just connecting your students to each other, because that's going to be a huge classroom community build. And you can share what you did too. Maybe you don't necessarily want to share everything you did over your break, but you could let them know like, hey, I didn't really do much. I spent time cleaning my house. I went to a lot of doctor's appointments. I was able to enjoy my coffee every morning because I didn't have to come to school, and it was great, right? That makes it feel like, hey, she or he, the teacher is a real person and they get a break just like me. So those are my 3 mistakes. So make sure you are taking time to get to check in with your students. You are reestablishing the rules and you are taking time to rebuild your classroom community. If you're looking for a one-stop shop for everything you need to teach 6th, 7th, 8th grade and Algebra 1 math, come join us inside the Pre-Algebra Teachers Math membership. Log in, grab what you need, teach, and go. Click the link below and join us.